Doing these videos when the kids were in school, and now they are home and they were just having a fit about something. Okay, so we're going to go back to these photo caption styles. So what I was trying to show you is now how to create this kind of transparency box that is going to kind of auto fit, and we're going to actually make an object style out of it so we can use it throughout our document. So I've changed the opacity to white. I've just colorized the text box frame to white. I've changed the opacity to 75% using, the effects window here. We're going to use those text frame options, object, text frame options, and I'm going to inset the text. You'll see when I do that, that obviously we're going to and because it's such a small text frame, when I inset it too much, it's going to bump it away from the edge of the sides. Now that's obviously going to depend on the size of the frame. So again, when I go Control B, text frame options, if I want to have that, that's just too much. So I'm just going to type in a tiny bit here and see what happens. So maybe it's just a little, like 1/16 of an inch. That might actually be what I want. Just make that throughout. No, that's not quite. Maybe this one now, like that. Left and right, something like that. I think that's probably going to work for, yeah, so when I press OK and I resize this box a little bit, yeah, that's probably going to look the best. So I'm going to make a style out of that. Yeah, oh, I did 9 points. That's what I did before. So, oh, well, I forgot about that again. So if I could control and I go auto fit, what is that? Sorry, I've totally forgot what that's going to do. Oh yeah, auto sizing. So I want to turn that. So auto sizing is going to allow me to, depending on how big I have the frame, it's going to actually increase or decrease. So if I do this height only, yes, okay. So what that's going to allow me to do is that when I resize that frame, you can see that it's kind of maintaining this kind of, it's the spacing between, it's not perfect, but the spacing within that frame is going to kind of auto maintain. I'm just going to do that one more time because I think this is still not great. I'm going to try that and see what happens. Yes, that's going to be perfect. So that's 0 for me. And if I do it by points, what happens there? I'm going to do like 5 point and see what happens. Yeah, so maybe 5 point is kind of the magic number, or maybe even 4 point. Yeah, maybe 4 point. And if I link it, yeah, let's see what 4 point does for this. And then press OK. And then I'm going to make sure I've done that auto size height only resize from top. And then I'm going to make sure, yeah, I've already done the ignore text wrap. Now I can, this is saying add glyphs. Glyphs are things like, well, I don't need to add a glyph, but if I wanted to, just so you know, if I wanted to put a little glyph there, glyphs are all those non-typable characters that we have. So we can access, there's actually a glyph window under type. Where is it? Glyphs. And these are just all these characters that are kind of not typable unless we know the hotkeys. Now, these are just based upon the font that I'm using. If you want to use a different font, you can get the ornaments. No, if I have a different font, say I'm using Webdings. You're obviously going to get a whole bunch of other kinds of fonts available, or little, there, you can start adding things like that, So maybe it's the plus sign, maybe it's, you can add anything you want. Maybe that's kind of cool. That looks kind of neat to me. So you can start adding glyphs, or you can start working with those things. So glyphs are, they're in InDesign, there is a window for glyphs. You can also access them here as well under type in glyphs, and that will a pop-up window. Oh, that will appear, and you can start adding those based upon the font choice that you have. So maybe something like that kind of looks cool. Now I'm going to save this as a style. Just make sure that I've done this all perfectly. So I'm going to save this kind of objects as an object style. And so every time I want to add a photo caption, I'm going to have that saved. So I'm going to call this caption style. And you can see the transparencies there. The auto fitting will be there as well. The text wrap. I don't have a text wrap. I'm just worrying where the auto fitting would be there. I know it will be. So, and then when I go image fitting and just kind of clear it all. So, oh, no, Control B, ignore the text wrap. Oops. Oh, how did I do? What did I do? What is wrong here? Huh, it's not really working. Height only. No, the fill should be here. And the transparency should be 75%. Huh, what's going on here? I'm going to do it just here. Text wrap. There's my offset, so there it is. And then I press OK. And I go clear all. Huh. Weird. I'm going to do that all again. Well, let's see. If I do a right click, redefine it. Yeah, that worked. Okay, so alternatively to clear all, because when I did that, it's kind of doing that. Now, alternatively, if I do it that way, and move that. Oh, it's weird. It's doing something very strange. So alternatively, this looks good to me. So I'm going to redefine this style. So instead of doing a right click and clear all, I'm going to redefine it. And hopefully, fingers crossed, that's going to work. So for instance, now I want a photo caption for this one. Let's do this one about here. Let's see. That image is mad collecting. Okay, so that's, I'm just going to copy all that. Paste it. Now it's because of that text wrap. I need to still go object. There it is. Ignore. And then I'm going to, oh, you know what I didn't do? I forgot to do I forgot to do a text, a photo caption style. I forgot to do a character style. So I'm going to do a character style for the photo caption. I'm going to do photo caption style, photo caption, and do that. And then actually do another style for this little glyph. So I'm going to call this photo caption get glyph. Now, if you don't have that little glyph there, you don't need to do that. And then make sure that object style is applied. Yeah. So then when I come back to this one, if I select this text and I go character style and I go photo caption, why isn't that working? I have an error. Photo caption. And is it based upon the copy? So if I do that and I go copy first, and then photo caption, I'm going to apply it. That's kind of working, and that style is maintained. And I'm just going to copy and paste this. So I'm just going to copy and paste that over there, because I don't want to have to refind it. Now, because I have this object style applied, when I try to resize this, it kind of is going to automatically resize the frame. It's not perfect, you know, and I don't personally like this. You know, if it was me, I'd probably add a tab or a much smaller tab. So you're holding, I'll do that again. So I'm going to add a tab, but I just press tab because I want to align the text there, but that tab is way too big. So I'm going to go into my type and tabs and just do this instead. And then click on that. So clicking on that ruler, move that a bit closer. And then when I go to the next line, press, Shift Enter, oops, just tab. And that's what, if I turn on my invisibles, you can kind of see that. So if I do that over here, press, oh, now I need to, you know what I need to do? It's going to have changed my style. No, I didn't. I'm going to just copy and paste that and add that tab over here and paste that. You don't have to do that, but I just wanted to show you just pressing return, or maybe return there. Nope, something like that. Shift return. Yeah, something like that. So I would do that throughout and kind of just see what it looks like. But play with those photo captions. You don't have to be that fancy if you don't want to, but that's something that you might want to play with. You might want to play with alignment and making it more like that, etc., etc., etc.